Hello, lovely people. My name is Roël, and this is my first episode on a YouTube channel that I created to talk about my crafting. I love knitting, crocheting. Every now and then I do a little bit of drawing, and I love watching other people's YouTube videos where they share what they're doing. It always inspires me, and that's why I like doing that myself. I have actually already been sharing my crafting on YouTube on my other channel, which is more to do with my work as a health coach and a diabetes practitioner. That channel is called The Real Health Thing, and I will link it in the description. And for a while now, I have been adding my crafting onto the videos that I post about health related topics. But I thought it would be a good idea if I separate the two and just keep the health videos about health and create a new channel for the crafting, because not everybody who watches the health videos is interested in the crafting, or they might be interested in the crafting and they're not interested in the health. So now if you're interested in both, then I'm sorry, because then you'll have to watch two different channels, but hopefully you don't mind. And thank you so much for those of you who have been watching my Real Health Thing videos and have found me here. Of course, I have linked in the latest health video to this channel. So, a little bit about myself. If you haven't been watching my videos, of which there's a good chance because it was only a tiny channel. My name is Roël, and I'm Dutch, but I have been living in the UK since 1996, so 30 years, which is pretty much half of my life, because this year, shock horror, I will turn 60. I am still Dutch. I haven't taken on British citizenship, but yeah, I've been living here for most of my life. I have two daughters, and the elder was born in Holland 31 years ago, 32 years ago. Gosh, this is terrible. And our second daughter was born in the UK, and she's 27. I'm sure you lose count after after a while, but we're very lucky because they live both near us, and our elder daughter has 4 children, and I spend my Tuesdays with the grandchildren, which is yeah, a treat. I really am grateful for that. And what I'll do at the end of these videos, I will add on a little bit of daily life stuff. So maybe the grandchildren will make an appearance every now and then I'll add a few other things that I get up to, if you find that interesting. So yeah, what I'm planning to do here, oh yeah, what else do you need to know? I work as a health coach and a diabetes practitioner. I work from home, and I have a really nice workplace in the basement, but it is a little bit dark, so I have been doing videos in there, but I thought I'd try out this location, which is a bedroom on the top floor, and it does get a little bit more light, and I thought that might be better for the knitting and crocheting stuff. I'm married with Paul, who's lovely, and so lovely that we've been married for 35 years. Paul has lived in Holland as well. He's English, but he did live in Holland for 7 years before we moved here. Right, if you want to know more about me, feel free to ask in the comments, and I will answer. But for now, I probably won't bore you with anything else. Oh, I do live in Hale, which is a small town outside of Manchester in the UK, in the northwest of England. Right, let's start with the craft stuff then, because that's probably why you're watching this. I've made some notes, so I won't forget anything. And I'll do the usual format for crafting or knitting and crocheting videos, which is what I'm wearing, which is a sweatshirt today. So there's nothing knitted. And then I'll show you what I finished, works in progress, and I'll show you if I bought anything craft related or anything else that I think you might find interesting, and what I have planned to do next. And let's start with the finished objects, which is one, or I should say two, because they're socks today. I am joining in with the Crazy Sock Lady summer camp sock knitting. I keep forgetting what it's called. I really should look it up, but it's the sock summer camp maybe. But I'm sure if you're into knitting, you'll have heard of the Crazy Sock Lady. She has a YouTube channel. I will post it in the description in case you haven't heard of it. And I've made, this is the third pair I've knitted this summer, and it's a very free and easy knit along and I think it's just not just knitting, you can crochet as well, although I've never crocheted socks before. Where you just inspire each other to knit socks, any kind of socks, and post them either on Instagram or in her Ravelry group. And the third pair I've knitted are these socks, and I love them. And it's actually, is it the first time that I've knitted socks with a pattern? Yeah, I've done colour work, but yeah, this is a free pattern. I will try and link everything in the description. And it's the Seed Stitch Socks by Wildflower Fibre Crafts. And it's called Seed Stitch Socks because there is a bit of a seed stitch in the cuff. And then the rest of the pattern is like a slip stitch, which makes a nice sort of line. It's got a fairly traditional heel flap and gusset, which is my favourite heel. And really enjoyed knitting them, and I think I'll definitely make more of these. I like short socks, especially of course in the summer, but it depends a little bit on the yarn as well, what kind of socks I knit with them. And I've really found that with a plain coloured yarn, so not variegated or multicoloured, that it is nice to have a pattern in it. And I do feel, weirdly enough, that pattern and colour work goes faster than just plain knitting, which is weird because obviously it's not faster. It just feels faster, maybe because you can see the pattern coming along. The yarn I've used is Ultimate Sock by Malabrigo. Really, really like it. And it is not particularly cheap. It's like one of the sort of better quality merino sock yarns, but I will say I do notice the difference between a cheaper yarn. For example, I have recently knitted socks with the Wool Warehouse Yarnsmith merino sock yarn, and yeah, so both merino superwash yarns, but this one feels much higher quality. I mean, the Yarnsmith one is fine too, but I think this one has a bit more, I don't know how to describe it. The Yarnsmith one is a very floppy soft yarn, and this has got a little bit more bite to it, which I like. What else can I say about it? Yeah, it's just the usual sock yarn. What is it? For 400 meters. Oh no, 385 meters on 100 grams. And it's 75% merino superwash and 25% nylon. So for socks, super happy with them, and they fit really well. And I recommend the pattern, which is free, which is a bonus. Then that was the only finished object that I have to show you today. Then the works in progress is another pair of socks, of course. Socks are so good to do when it's hot weather. We've had really hot weather the last week and a half in the UK, and to knit on a big project is a bit of a challenge if you're using wool. But socks are easy, and I've also been traveling a bit, so they're really easy to take with you. And I've got one of these yarn holders that you can hang on your wrist, and then it's really easy when you're traveling on the train. But I've started to actually use this at home as well, to knit just sitting on a sofa, and find it a really easy way to keep the yarn. And this pair of socks is sort of, well, it's based on Summer Lee's basic sock pattern, and I really love Summer Lee's patterns. I will link, it's the basic sock pattern from the Collarwork Cuff Club. It's just a again, the same traditional heel flap and gusset. I've just done the heel turn, but for this one, so then around that I could just make up how long I want the leg to be. I pretty much always use the same toe construction, which is just decrease every other row until I have 16 stitches left, and then a Kitchener stitch to close it all off. And this time I've chosen to do a double, a little short double cuff. It's also going to be a short sock, so a little double cuff, 10 stitches times 2 with a purl row in between, and then fold it over. Then you get quite a nice sharp edge to it. But I also like leaving out the purl row, and then you have a little bit of a softer edge. But I just fancied this time. 10. So that's 2 times 10 because you fold it over, knit it together, and then another 10 rows, and then I start the heel flap. So that's again a short sock. And this lovely coloured yarn I was given by my good friend Ivonne from Knitting Inden. I will link her in the description. I met up with her last Friday in London. It was really hot. That was probably the hottest day, like 36 degrees. So yeah, we were sweating a lot, but it was so nice to see her. And we even went to a yarn shop as well in that weather, and we weren't the only ones there either, which was good to see. But I'll tell you about that in a minute when I show you what I've bought there. But this is a really nice yarn, which I have heard people talk about. In Holland, there's a shop called Zeeman, which is a little bit like sort of equivalent of a pound shop maybe in the UK, but not. But it's more textile based, I think. So it's more like socks and underwear. And they sell some yarn. I don't know if they always sell it, but I'd never knitted with it before because, you know, I've not been to Zeeman for a long time. And Ivonne gifted this lovely yarn. I think I've got the band. What's it called? The band. And I don't know if the collar has a name or a number, but it is. It's this sock yarn, and it's very affordable, so that's great. Superwash, that's the label, and it is 75% wool, 25% polyamide, so great for socks. I don't think it's got the colour on, no, but yeah, I'm sure you'll recognise it. And I don't think they sell it all the time, so apologies if you're in Holland and you go to Zeeman and you can't find it at the moment. So yeah, happy working along on those socks. So that's now after the heel. That would just be plain knitting, because this is multicolored, and then I tend to not use a pattern. What else am I doing? I'm crocheting. In my basement office, I have some kind of wooden square screwed into the wall, behind which you have access to the underfloor of the house, and it's just a white plyboard square, and I want to cover it with something or put something on it to make it look nicer, but it can't be too heavy because I think the wall's quite thin, and I'm always worried about screwing or drilling into that sort of what's it called, plyboard. So I wanted something that doesn't weigh a lot, and I have been thinking about crocheting a mandala or a mandala. I don't know how you say that. I think it's mandala. It's just a round sort of big crochet circle, and I found a nice pattern which was a scheepjes pattern. It was free, and I will link it in the description, but I didn't end up using it because I just didn't understand what was going on at all from the start, and that put me off straight away. I'm not normally that easily defeated. I will go and, you know, search and find out what the stitches mean, and I normally find it, and I'm quite persistent. But this just didn't make any sense to me at all, and I just got irritated, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And then started looking for other patterns, and I found a really nice pattern by Bianca's Crochet Palace, and she actually has a great YouTube channel called Bianca's Crochet Palace, and so I haven't seen, actually, there must be a written pattern as well, but I haven't got that because I'm just following the YouTube video that she did on it, where she just takes you through the whole pattern, and really enjoying it. And I think her mandala is just called Large Crochet Mandala. The scheepjes one is called Aglaya, if you're interested. Like I said, I will link it in the pattern in the description. I am using the Yarnsmith, so that's from the Wool Warehouse, headliner, 100% cotton, and I'm regretting a little bit that I didn't go for the acrylic one. All my sort of garments I use wool, but with crocheting, if I'm making toys or other crochet articles, maybe not blankets, so I am crocheting a blanket in acrylic as well. But yeah, I don't know why. I think I like the colours, and these are the colours, so that will give you a rough idea what the mandala will look like in terms of colours, because I'm starting from the middle, so it starts with the pinky colour, and then it will go out into those colours. And the reason why I regret it a little bit, because this is 100% cotton and it splits more than the acrylic, so you have to be a little bit more careful not to split the yarn when you're crocheting. I'm a bit worried that I didn't put a stitch. Oh, it doesn't matter, I didn't put a stitch marker in it. But this is what I have so far, and yeah, so you will just work your way out following her instructions. Really enjoying it, because after a few stitches you sort of get what the pattern is for that round, and then you just do that round, and then it keeps you interested because the next one's different and the next one's different. So yeah, super excited to finish that. And then you mount it on a wooden circle, and then you hang it up. So that's a work in progress. And then the other work in progress is also crocheting, and I'm going to visit my lovely friend Jennifer in Edinburgh this weekend, and she loves camels. We've been going to Morocco a few times with another friend as well, and yeah, I'm not sure why, but Jennifer just loves camels, and she loved going on camel rides when we went to Morocco. So I thought I'm going to crochet a camel for her, and I found a pattern, and it was, I did find a couple of free ones, but the one I loved the most was a paid for pattern, and I bought it, and I'll leave the description in the link below, a link in the description below. But here, there's a bit of a reflection, isn't it? But that is what it is going to look like. I'm only crocheting one, not three, but it just gives you, ideas for different colors, and it shows you that the legs are wired, so you can put them in different positions. So hopefully she'll like that. Well, I think with the homemade presents, I think even if people don't like it, surely they appreciate the effort that you put into it. I'm thinking. So far I've got a headless camel. It just looks a bit grim, doesn't it? But that's because I haven't finished it yet. I have more of this yarn. So this is cotton yarn. I think it's, I'm not actually sure what it is. What is it? I've got another one here. I think I bought it in, what's it called? Hobbycraft. It's called Knitcraft Tiny Friends. That's what I'm using for this. And I'm pretty sure this is 100%. Oh no, it's not. It's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, and I got it from Hobbycraft, and it's a Hobbycraft brand, I think so. And this color is, I'm not sure. It'd be funny if it was called Camel, but it probably isn't. No, it doesn't say. It should say, but I'm using a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook by Prin, which is okay. It's not my favorite one. I do prefer metal crochet hooks. I think what it is with this one, it's a really short hook. I prefer clover. Those are probably my favorite ones, the clover hooks, crochet hooks, but this one is absolutely fine. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have this, well, have to have this finished before the weekend. But yeah, the legs are bendy because they've got a wire in them, so you can put them in all kinds of position. And then I have to do the top, for which I just found, I don't even know what this brand this is, but I use that, and I'm probably going to use a bright pink. Did I get another one out as well? No, I think that's it. Bright pink. Yeah, so the pink and the gold with a camel, I think it will look nice, and yeah, I hope she will like it too. But if not, I enjoyed making it. I do like to do these little projects alongside the bigger projects. I love knitting jumpers and shawls, and I have 2 jumpers on the needles, but I'm not going to show them to you now because I'm not working on them at the moment. Pick them up again when the weather's a bit cooler, and I think I've got enough to show you for this video. Right, so that was the camel. I think that's everything that I'm actively working on. Then what I have in the planning is Ivonne from Knitting Inden channel is going to do her annual Vertices Unite knit along. It's a Stephen West pattern, and it's for a big shawl, and I already have 2, but I love them. Although one I don't really wear a lot because the colours I'm not really that keen on, but this is the one that I made the first time around, and it's quite big, so I don't know if I can show the whole thing properly, but it is a massive shawl. It uses 500 gram 4-ply yarn, so it is big, and I do like that. And it's just the way that the shape fits is perfect. The way you put it on, I'm gonna probably start sweating now, but the way it falls is just really good. And this is the shawl that I wear all winter long, so I'm happy to have another one. And I did make another one, and I used yarn that I bought in the Stephen and Penelope yarn shop in Amsterdam, and it was a set. in a box altogether based on tulips. And that's why I was attracted. It feels really nice, actually. It feels super, super soft. And but the colours are, yeah, a bit tulipy and a bit bright. Is there green as well? Yeah, there's a green here as well. So I've hardly worn it, but I do use it. These are also very nice to just have at home in the winter when you are sitting still. When I work from home and I get cold, then I'll put this on and the colour doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, not really. I think the colour suits me okay, but yeah, I just tend not to grab it. So I'm going to join the knit along again, which starts 1st of August, I think. But yeah, do check it out on Yvonne's channel. And I've chosen the yarns I'm going to use, and this is going to be way more wearable for me. I'll see if I can hold them all together so you get a good idea. So you need 5 100-gram fingering, and these are the colours, so it's going to be more wearable for me. I do love all these colours. This I think I picked up in a yarn store in St Leonard when I was there for a weekend with my friends, and I can't remember the brand, the make of it, and the guy in the shop kindly wound it, and I think I've lost the band, but it's sort of a dark beige. Then this I bought in a yarn shop in Wales, and it is Blue Sky Fibres Woolstock Light Fingering. That's the label. That was a lovely little yarn shop. Well, it wasn't actually that little. And it is, I'm pretty sure it's merino. No, it's actually not. It's 100% fine Highland wool, so not suitable for socks. So it'd be great to go in the shawl. It feels soft, but not that sort of slippery soft. It has a little bit of grip, and this actually feels, you can tell that it's sort of a little bit rustic, but none of them are like rough. Rough sounds very weird. This one is Blue Face Leicester, and that was from Vitsoma, and these two I bought, can't even remember when it was, 2 years ago, at a Dutch knitting festival called Knit 2 Pearl 2, and I hadn't decided yet what to do with it, but now I know they're going to go in the shawl. So this one's from Vitsoma. Really nice. The colours come out really well actually in this light, so that's nice. It's sort of green and that ochre, bit of rust, very autumnal, and it's called, oh yeah, it's called Campfire. 75% Blue Face Leicester, 25% nylon. And this one is from Wool Hobby, Merino High Twist. That is 75% merino, 25% nylon, and that's more green, different types of green, but also with that sort of caramel type, caramel or ochre yellow, and that's why I decided to have this one as the 5th colour, which is the Drops Fable, and that's just a, is it alpaca? I'm not even sure if that's the alpaca one. I think it is. Content 75%. Oh no, this is just the wool and polyamide fingering weight. It's, I really like that yellow. So altogether, we'll make a really nice autumn and winter shawl. Look forward to knitting that. Then that actually segues nicely into acquisitions, because I had to buy another one of this one because I only had 50 grams and you need 100 grams per colour, and so I had to do another order for that. Went to the wool warehouse. I always like these bags that you get from the Wool Warehouse because you can use them for so many things. I've even seen somebody use it to, what did they make? When you make your own cream cheese or cottage cheese, if you add lemon juice to milk, and then to get the curdle out, they used one of these bags. I'm sure you have to wash it first. And so I got more of those, and I got an extra one as well. I always use these to either add to socks, and also, which I probably could have shown you in the work in progress, but it's very sort of on and off that I work on it, is this massive granny stitch crochet blanket, and it's massive because it's for a Super King bed, so it's really wide, and I just use sort of scraps left over, and then I in between them I use this Rico Essential Fine or Fine, I'm not sure, wool. So I use these to put in between, or any sort of leftovers that I have. So I always like to have a stash of them. I've got this colour as well, which is a bit of a maroon maybe, or merlot. Do they have, they have numbers. 113 is the number. I thought it had a name as well. So I've got 2 of those. This is a bit sort of rusty. I think it was called rust orange. I'm sure on the website they had names, but here they only have, oh, this is the alpaca actually. So is this, yeah, this one's Fable, but this one's alpaca. And so I actually do really like alpaca, what do you say? Help me out, let me know. Is it alpaca or alpaca? I think it's one in Dutch and the other one in English. And by the way, I will do these videos in Dutch as well. So yeah, really nice sort of happy, orangey, rusty colour. And I've got a green one as well, and this is a very grassy green, a little bit variegated actually, and I really like that as well. So look forward to adding those to my blanket and my socks. And then, like I said, I met up with Ivonne in London last Friday, and we went to Knit With Me, which was on our bucket list. We have met in London a few times, but never went to Knit With Me. It's in Richmond, and we thought it was a pain in the bum to get to, but actually it wasn't. We went on the underground and it didn't take long at all, about 40 minutes. And then a short walk to the shop. And Richmond's actually really nice to have a walk around. It doesn't really feel like London. It feels like, yeah, like a small town, which I guess it is, with a nice high street and a lovely yarn store called Knit With Me. A super friendly guy, the owner. I think it's him and his wife who run the shop, but she wasn't there when we went there. Super helpful, but it was super hot. I nearly fainted, it was so hot. But there were still other people there as well buying yarn, I guess. Yeah, we don't stop because of the weather, do we? And what did I buy there? I got this beautiful colour sock yarn. All the yarn I bought there is from Ainsworth and Prin, which I'd never heard of. I think they're based in Sussex, and this colour is called Opal, and it's their classic sock yarn. 4-ply, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it's this beautiful sea grassy colour. And I've only recently started to like green. I never liked green, and in the last few years I don't like all greens, but a lot of greens I like now, and in particular this sort of seagrass type green, and I think it suits me as well. I'm holding it in front of my face, but I think I'm going to make socks with this, so I don't know how much that matters, which colour suits you if you wear it on your feet. But because this is such beautiful yarn, I think I'm going to make longer socks with it, so I can use up most of the skein in one pair of socks. So, beautiful. And then I didn't really have anything in mind when I went there, but I thought I'll just see if I see something that I like and inspired to do something. I have made in the past a PetiteKnit Novice Slipover, it's called. I think it's called a vest here. In Holland we call it a spencer. I don't know why. I should look that up really, why we call it a spencer. But it's a vest top or a slipover. Oh, let me see if I can get the reflection out of it. So it's a very simple round necked vest top, but it's just so versatile wearing it. You can wear it with a t-shirt underneath it. I think PetiteKnit wears it like that. I'm not sure if I would wear it like that without anything underneath, but I suppose you could. Maybe not this one though, because it's Mohair that I bought. So I'm gonna hold 2 strands of this beautiful Mohair silk lace, 72% kit mohair, 28% silk, and 50 grams, 420 meters. And it's this beautiful, well, I think it's appropriately named Milk and Honey, and I think it's a good name for this. I guess it's also a little bit coffee, milky coffee kind of colour. But I'm going to hold 2 strands together and make a vest slip over. So I don't think that's, I'm not sure, it feels really soft actually. Again, I think when you buy the sort of the premium yarns, you do know the difference, but that's not to say that you can't use the other ones and get, you know, a really nice nice garment. So I think there's a place for all of these, and yeah, of course not everybody can afford the premium yarns, and I've made lovely things with drops, which is very affordable, and Yarn Smith. But yeah, this caught my eye and I am really looking forward to making that. So hopefully next time, in my next video, I will have that on the needles. One more acquisition is not knit related, but it made me giggle because in the Oxfam shop in Richmond, Ivonne and I both love going to charity shops to find treasures, and I found this Geneva, what's it called? A kruik in Dutch. I don't know what it's called, but it's just an earthenware holder for the Geneva from the Ooievaar, which is a stock. That's the distillery, and yeah, I'm just going to put that in my office, and as a nice Dutch old item. I have some little wooden clocks in there as well, and some Delft blue, so it's nice to little reminders of the homeland. Right, I think that was it. Was it? Let me just check my notes. That's quite a bit actually. I don't know how long these videos should be. This one's now nearly 40 minutes, so yeah, I think I'm gonna knit an end to it. Oh no, I forgot one thing actually. Ivonne gave me some lovely gifts when we met up, and I already showed you the Seimon yarn that I'm using for the socks now, and she gave me another one of those in a different colour. So that's the same yarn, but in a more sort of burgundy, light blue colourway. Really nice. And she also made this really cute little project bag. It has to be a very small project, maybe if I'm making a little crochet amigurumi, and it's got this lovely cute lining. So Ivonne sews project bags. Sometimes she sells them as well. Super cute, this one. Then she gave me 2 lovely cards, one of Amsterdam And this one I love. It's those ones I used to love as a child, where you can change the picture by flipping it. I don't know how they do that. Wild, isn't it? I love it. Very Dutch. And also a cute little canal house. That's from Dilla and Camilla, which is a lovely shop in Holland. And a cute little teddy bear, which I can hang off a project bag. And then I was so excited because I was watching the videos from Door mij met liefde, and this is her, and she just started doing videos. Oh, what's her name? I forgot what her name is. That's terrible. It'll come to me. I'll put it in the description. Really lovely girl doing or woman doing she sells online notions, and she showed these things that she makes to hang off project bags, and I was going to check out the website to see if she delivers to the UK, because that is a bit of a problem after Brexit. But luckily I hadn't done that yet or ordered anything, because Ivonne bought these labels, so you can hang them on your project bag. That's a shawl, and this one's for socks. That one is for granny squares, so that can go on my blanket. And this one says sweater. What sweater? Do you say sweater or jumper? And this one says blanket. Oh, actually, so that can go on the blanket. So I may look up, but maybe I just put the link in the description, and then you can find out if she does deliver to the UK. But these are, and then it comes with hooks to hang them on your projects. They're not called hooks, they're just these chains, and then you can stick them together. So super excited to start using those, and I was just so chuffed that she got that, because I was going to order that myself. So that was super generous. Right, that was it. Let me know what you're up to, because I love being inspired by what other people are doing, and I hope that you like this video. Let me know in the comments, and maybe even subscribe or hype or whatever it is that you could do. And I hope that you have lots of fun doing your crafting. And I'll probably try to do these videos once every 2 weeks. I'm not sure I have enough crafting to keep you interested every week. I work full time and do most of my crafting a little bit very early in the morning, and then after work in the evening. So I'm not sure I have enough to show you every week, but we'll see. Hopefully see you in my next video. Love you lots. Bye.